Good morning, Frederick. For today's briefing, I would like to focus on the recovery and reopening of our city. And when I say recovery and reopening, I mean the intersection of public health and economic impacts driving thoughtful and intentional decisions. Each day it becomes more clear that these two indicators must be combined in the actions and goals that we set for our community. The state of Maryland began Phase 1 2 weeks ago. Frederick County and the City of Frederick entered Phase 1 at a slower pace, as discussed last week, based on the health guidance provided by Frederick Health and the Frederick County Health Department. At the end of the week, the remaining allowances from the state will be implemented and reopened in our city. In addition to the state's Phase 1 orders, I have continued to work with our city directors to plan and envision the look of additional reopening measures. Some of these ideas imagine the city reopening certain activities in the near future, while others, after review, may be postponed or canceled for the season. As soon as decisions are made, we are working hard to get that information out to you. Thank you for remaining informed and aware citizens. Today, I'd like to highlight two areas in which we are working to ensure the city can be safe while reopening measures are expanded. First, the Parks and Recreation Department announced the following updates to operations, closures, and cancellations this past Friday. The Edward Thomas Jr. Pool and the William R. Diggs Pool will be closed through July 12th. The William R. Talley Recreation Center and all satellite facilities will be closed until further notice. New facility reservations are currently unavailable. All existing reservations have been canceled and cannot be rescheduled. All traditional classes and programs are suspended through July 12th. All traditional day camps and swim lessons are canceled for the summer of 2020. Participants will receive a refund. Return to recreation programming is being planned. All parade, walk, race permits are canceled through July 31st. New applications and applications currently under review for parade, walk, and race permits are not being accepted or processed at this time. But as conditions warrant, the city will communicate plans to resume the application and permit process. All park facility permits and permitted use of city fields are suspended until further notice. New applications for park facility and field usage are not being accepted at this time. As previously announced, all park playgrounds and pavilions remain closed until further notice. Basketball courts, tennis courts, inline rinks, skate parks, and dog parks are open. As a reminder, the governor's executive orders on mass gatherings, no gatherings larger than 10 persons, and physical distancing are still in effect and should be followed in our parks and open areas. Secondly, city staff from across departments have been working on an exciting project for many weeks that we would like to share today for your input. The City of Frederick anticipates that the state of Maryland and Frederick County may reopen restaurants for limited indoor and outdoor dining in the near future. Outdoor dining is expected to be highly popular for both patrons and owners. Our goal is to directly support restaurant businesses, workers, patrons, and residents with an optimal safe plan for increased outdoor dining in accordance with industry best practices and guidance issued by the Health Department. The city has evaluated several options for safely increasing outdoor dining and pedestrian accessibility, especially in the space-limited downtown area. These options consider a reconfiguration of public spaces along sidewalks and parking areas to increase safe physical distance pedestrian movement and table spacing, as well as the repurposing of parking areas and parks to accommodate alfresco dining. Shortly following this briefing, we will release an overview of the available options. You may also view it now at bit.ly/Frederick Reopens. This proposal offers multiple options for the Market Street area due to the limited space and travel reliance with that north-south corridor. In addition, it showcases our recommendations for other retail areas, including the Golden Mile and along East Street. Please submit your feedback on these options by this Saturday at noon. We'll be working quickly and strategically with our restaurant owners to implement the possible options promptly when in-person dining is permitted. Each option has its pros and cons, and preference will, of course, vary by person. But we thank you for taking the time to provide your input and perspective. As I close today, I want to reiterate that our continued reopening abilities rely on the willingness of residents and the community to continue to wear masks when in public places, continue to practice physical distancing, and practicing hygiene efforts. Our goal together as a community is to transition safely to ensure we can continue the course through reopening without having to retract into restrictive measures again, to keep the demand on our hospital low, and to reduce the spread of COVID-19 as much as possible. Thank you for your continued adherence to these recommendations. As always, stay informed and up to date by visiting cityoffrederickmd.gov/COVID-19. Please continue to stay safe and be well. Thank you.